Let's just jump right in. We're often told that building wealth is all about chasing a bigger salary or trying to master these super complex investments. But what if I told you the single most powerful financial tool you have isn't in your bank account, but it's actually right between your ears?
I mean, think about this for a second. We've all seen this, right? You have the person with a huge income who's somehow always stressed about money, always living paycheck to paycheck. And then you have the person with a much more modest salary who is just steadily, quietly building a really secure future. So what's the difference? It's definitely not just about the numbers on their payslip.
And this quote right here, this gets to the absolute heart of it. Financial success isn't about being a math genius. It's a game of behavior. It's your psychology, your habits, and your core beliefs that are really pulling the strings. So let's start by digging into that.
All right, so Section 1, it's a mindset game. We're about to unpack why your deep-seated beliefs about money, the stuff you probably don't even think about, have a way bigger impact on your finances than your actual salary ever will.
But to really get this, we have to ask ourselves a pretty basic question. Where do these financial instincts even come from? I mean, why are some of us natural-born savers while others just feel this constant urge to spend? Well, the answer's probably not what you think.
Okay, get this. Research from Cambridge University suggests that our core money habits, how we spend, how we save, even how we worry about money, are pretty much set by the time we're just 7 years old. 7! Just think about that for a second. That means most of us are running our entire financial lives based on a script that was written when we were kids, and we don't even know it.
And that's exactly what financial psychologists call a money script. It's like the operating system running in the background of your mind. These are the unconscious, automatic beliefs about money that got programmed into us when we were little, and they influence every single financial decision we make today. So researchers have kind of boiled these down into 4 main types. As I go through these, see if any of them sound, well, a little too familiar. First, there's money avoidance, that feeling that money is kind of dirty or just a huge source of stress. Then there's money worship, the belief that if you just had more money, all your problems would disappear. Third is money status, where your self-worth is totally tied up in having the right car or the right brands. And finally, money vigilance. Now this one sounds good. You save a lot, but it comes with this constant nagging anxiety that you'll never have enough. Ring any bells?
So, if these scripts are just running on autopilot, does that mean we're stuck with them forever? Absolutely not. And that brings us to Section 2, rewriting your money script. This is all about taking back the controls and shifting from just reacting unconsciously to making conscious, deliberate choices.
You can't change what you can't see, right? So the whole journey starts with one simple thing: awareness. Actually sit down, look at your spending, and start asking some honest questions. What are my triggers? Am I buying that coffee every day because I love it, or is it just a mindless habit? Am I scrolling and shopping because I had a stressful day at work? Just spotting these patterns is a huge, powerful first step.
One of the biggest triggers that leads to really destructive spending is what Warren Buffett calls the outer scorecard. That's when we're constantly measuring ourselves by what everyone else is doing. The fancy car, the huge house, the vacation pictures all over social media. But Buffett says true winners play by an inner scorecard. They define success on their own terms, not by trying to keep up with anybody else.
And this quote from him just nails that point. He boils it all down to something so incredibly simple. He's saying, look, forget the complicated stuff. If you just focus on your own internal game, spending less than you make and investing the rest, becoming wealthy is almost a sure thing. It's all about your behavior, not about putting on a show for other people.
Okay, so that's the theory. How do we actually put this into practice? Here is a super simple, actionable trick. The next time you get that itch to make a big purchase, just force yourself to wait. Give it 48 hours. And in that time, you have to ask yourself 2 very direct questions. Do I genuinely need this? And honestly, am I just buying this to impress other people? This little pause can be a total game changer.
All right, so having a new mindset is awesome, but a mindset without action is, well, it's just a nice thought, right? So in Section 3, we're going to bridge that gap. We're looking at how you turn these new beliefs into actual, powerful wealth-building habits. And it all starts with having a simple plan. I know the word budget can sound restrictive or even scary, but it's not. It's just about knowing the facts. Step 1, know exactly how much money is coming in each month. Step 2, track what's going out. And I mean everything, every little purchase. And then, Step 3, create a plan where saving is the priority, something you do first, not with whatever's left over.
So what do you do with those savings? You put them to work using what is seriously the most powerful force in finance: compound interest.
To put it really simply, this is when your money starts making its own money. It's the quiet, amazing engine that does all the heavy lifting for you over time. And just look at how powerful this engine really is. Let's say you save just $125 a month. If you just stash it under the mattress, in 30 years, you've got $45,000. Hey, not bad. But if you invest that same amount with an 8% return, you're looking at nearly $200,000. That enormous gap, that's the magic of compounding. And it's all fueled by one simple thing: consistency.
I love this quote from author Morgan Housel. He says, "Getting wealthy is one thing, staying wealthy is another." It's so true. Getting started is great, but the real secret is sticking with it month after month, year after year. It's all about consistent behavior, not one big heroic move.
So, what's the secret to being consistent when life gets busy? What's the hack? It's automation. You take your emotions, your willpower, your forgetfulness completely out of the equation. You just set up an automatic transfer from your checking to your savings account for the day you get paid. It's the classic pay-yourself-first strategy, and it makes saving completely effortless. Okay, so we've got the mindset down. We've got the habits. For our final section, let's zoom way out. Let's talk about playing the long game. This is about adopting the perspective, the orientation that really separates truly successful investors from everybody else. Wealth is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It just isn't. You have to learn to think in decades, not days. In that first year, you're really just building the habit, the muscle. By year 5, you're starting to see compounding do its thing. By year 10, that growth starts to feel really significant. And after 20 years, that's when you see those incredible exponential results. Patience really is your superpower. And we come right back to this fundamental idea from Warren Buffett. It's not about being the smartest person in the room. It's not about having a super high IQ or predicting what the market's going to do next. It's just about having the right orientation, your patience, your behavior, your long-term focus. That's what really counts. And a huge part of that right orientation is this genius concept from Buffett's partner, Charlie Munger, called the Circle of Confidence. The idea is so simple. Only invest in things you truly understand. Real wisdom isn't knowing everything. It's being honest about the boundaries of what you don't know. Sticking to this one rule will save you from chasing fads and making really expensive mistakes. And at the end of the day, this is why all of this matters so much. Building wealth isn't really about piling up cash. It's about what that cash buys you. It's about freedom. It's about security. It's about having the ability to build a life based on a purpose you believe in, not one that's just tied to a paycheck.
So, as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with one final question to really think on. After all of this, the money scribs, the habits, the long-term thinking, what is the one single habit you're going to build starting today to begin rewriting your own